Hello guys, Voxel Pro here, coming at you with a special announcement because today is July the 4th, Independence Day, so happy 4th of July to everybody out there. And you can probably hear fireworks going off in the background. But I have a very special announcement in honor of Independence Day because, let's be honest, it's all about independence. And speaking of independence, I want to announce the Independent Protocol, where indie game developers can come to me and get their games reviewed and consulted with. Now, I will review the games for free, but consultation costs a little. Okay? The way that it works is that when you have the finalized version of your game out, for those indie developers out there, what I will do is I will play it and it will be posted on my channel, on my YouTube channel, and I will review it right there and then. Now, in terms of consultation, I have 3 rules, and I got my notes here to, make sure that I don't screw up with any of the rules, so I hope you guys don't mind. I'm sorry if that seems a little bit unprofessional, but I gotta make sure that what I say gets across to you clearly and as explicit as possible. Now, the first rule, I don't want the whole game. I just want part of the game. Why? Because it keeps the people thirsty for your game, and without revealing too much of the story and the hidden items, it might spoil the game for a bunch of people if I so happen to reveal those things. So just part of the game, just part of the game that allows me to kind of have control of at least a variable of the situation that we would see in the full game, where we get to experience, some of the finalized stuff without it actually having to be finalized, to just, make sure it's, it's polished, because sometimes there are parts of the games where where you will just experience the beginning, but that's not the full thing of its gameplay mechanics. It's not the full part of its gameplay mechanics, but I need that part that lets you experience at least a little bit of every situation and have like variable inputs to, to each type of situation that we might deal with in the game. So the demo, I need just part of the game, not the whole. I don't want to spoil it for any potential buyers for your game. I just don't want to do that. I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to hurt your money. I don't want to come after you personally, but, that's just the deal. I just want part of the game, not the whole, and I'm sure you guys can agree with that. And like I said, it's just part of the game. So, if it's part of the game that really works well, you shouldn't be worried. Now, the second rule is I want the finalized version of the controls. Now, I know this might seem contradictory to the last part of the game, because what if the controls aren't finalized? Make sure you get them polished as much as humanly possible. That way I can be able to say, well, the game works fluidly, and if there's any other part wrong with like AI or anything like that, then I can accurately say it's not because of the character that I'm controlling or the thing that I'm controlling, because it could be a race car game, it could be like a racing game, it could be like a war game where all you do is play as a tank or a vehicle or another type of vehicle. And I want to make sure that for potential buyers out there, that when I'm playing the game, that the controls are already as fluid as possible. So that's the second rule. The third rule is just allow me to be honest. Allow me to be honest. I'll be honest with you. You'll be honest with me. That's the way this relationship is going to work. I would like to cut through the crap. I need extensive time with the demo to provide a detailed feedback to those developers about where I see problem areas at, where potential things could go, and you know, that way they can make their game even better before they put it out on the market, before they put it out in the Steam community, or you know, wherever they choose to sell their game at. Real quick side note, I am not selling your game. So there's no part where I'm, you know, where I'm taking, you know, 10% off of each sale, 5%, 1%. I'm not taking a penny off of any of your sales. I'm taking nothing from your sales. The only time that I would get money from you is if you decide to let me consult for you. Now, as I said before, reviews are free. Consultation, it costs a little bit, and I will put that up in another video. Now, this third rule also goes along with the previews/reviews. If you want me to preview your game, that preview is along with reviews, so that's also going to be free. Like I said, I will put it on my YouTube channel. If I haven't already said that before, I will put it on my YouTube channel, and I will say, oh, this game looks great, it has excellent potential, if it honestly does have excellent potential. And then and if you feel that, you know, your development team is kind of stuck in its way and it needs some feedback from outside those people, you can come to me, because I'm a gamer. I'm a gamer first and foremost. I'm a fan of games. I've loved games for a long time, for probably the better part of 17 years of my life. You know, I just love games. What can I say? I just really am like enamored with this medium that we have. So allow me to be honest that way. So now with this I say, because we're talking about honesty, if the game is bad, if the game sucks, it sucks. And let me tell you why it sucks. Let me tell you why it sucks. Let me tell you the reasons, the specific reasons, not like oh, because he wore blue, the main color of the character, you know, was blue, you know, when I really like green or red or orange or some stupid crap like that. No, I'm talking about gameplay mechanics. I'm talking about the way the story is presented, if it is a story-based game. I'm talking about reaction times. I'm talking about the way that, you know, that I should react to it. Now, in addition to that, I will say, if we're talking about the spirit of if we're being in the spirit of honesty right now, I will be able to say that I'm not partial to all genres. I have my favorite genres that I'm partial to, and then I have my list of genres that I'm impartial to. Which means that if you think that I'm being biased, what I will do is I will go and find somebody personally, and I will say, hey, play this game as you would a game of this genre, whatever that genre that you made is. And then if they say that it's good, then you can hear it out of their own mouths. I will find people, promise you. And then I'll be able to put them on video. I'll be able to get their reactions and say, well, you know, and then we'll say, well, what would you change about this game? And then we can go forward from there to make sure that your product, the indie's product, is perfected. If animations look crappy, I'm going to tell you that the animations look crappy. If the voice acting is bad, I'm going to tell you that the voice acting is bad. If the audio seems out of sync or out of place, I'm going to tell you that. I'm going to tell you stuff like that, because I want to push the medium as far as it can go, and I want to make sure that there are great games out there. I don't want to see any Assassin's Creed Unity like crap where, you know, you tried to jump from one wall to the other and then all of a sudden you jump in the perpendicular direction falling into the void of nowhere where, you know, you pretty much die because you jumped off of a 90-meter tall, you know, facility trying to get to that assassination point. I don't want to see things like that. So I'm gonna tell you about that stuff. I'm gonna tell you about the stuff that I'm bothered with. And I could go off on a rant, but because this is a business relationship, I feel like I should conduct myself in a professional manner where I can tell you in the spirit of honesty of why some things are better than others. And I will be blunt about it. I won't be mean about it, but I'll be as frank as possible, saying, you know, I'll make my, you know, points quick, and, you know, that'll be that. So, I didn't really have too much to say, so a little bit about me. Like I said, I've been playing games for 17 out of the 20 plus years of my life with a developer's mind. I've always wanted to see what the developers were thinking of, why some games didn't have certain things, why certain things reacted a certain way in games. And, you know, that just made me think that, you know, some games could be better, but people don't know it yet. So why did I say that? Because that experience, all those years of playing games, I've played games for more years than most people have had their careers that's in their 30s and maybe even early 40s. That's why I'm qualified. That's why I do what I do. That's why I put Let's Plays on YouTube. You can go see my Let's Plays, but the main thing that we're focusing on is this independent protocol. So, you can support me on Patreon. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Google+. It'll be somewhere down in this area once the editing's all done. And, you know, you guys can contact me on YouTube. Leave comments, and I'll get the feedback of the people, and in turn I will tell you guys. I will have a special video saying what formats that I accept. That way, when I do get the demo copy of the game, I can say, here's what I'm looking for. You know, this is the platform that I need. So, all the requirements will be in another video. So go check that out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe to VoxelPro on Twitter. Well, follow me on Twitter. Subscribe to VoxelPro on YouTube. And, you know, make sure the indie development scene can have its revolution, its long-awaited revolution that we've been waiting for. Again, happy 4th of July, happy Independence Day. You might not see the video today, like as in the 4th of July, but you might see it come out the 5th of July, the 6th of July, because it's the Independent weekend. So, thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you guys later.